Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's an exciting week. I am going to make a very iconic outfit. Already iconic because Beyonce just wore it. And I'm going to make it for my upcoming performance. And I just thought, you know what? Why don't I take you guys along with me for a week of getting ready to become Beyonce on stage, because that's what I do for the last 26 years. If you're new here, I'm Riley Knox. I'm the #1 Beyonce impersonator in the world, and that's what I do. It's not all I do, but it's what I do. So subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all of those things, but it's going to be fantastic. And let's get to work because I got tons of rhinestoning to do. Because if you saw the outfit, you saw that she has these rhinestone shorts and this custom Yankees tee. Well, it's like quarter-length sleeve, sort of tee, sort of sweatshirt, sort of. Anyway, it's vintage, but then also custom for her. So, and also the Jimmy Choo Timberland collaboration, sparkly boots and the sparkly tights. I thought this was going to be an easy costume to replicate. It's going to be time consuming. Why? Because I have to rhinestone all of the shorts. All of the shorts. They cover them in rhinestones. And they're not like sporadic. They're all close together. So we're going to be doing that. It's going to take a while. And I just want to show you what I do to get ready, what I do with like my fitness and how I eat before a show. Fitness is a very big, important part of me performing and being able to have stamina on stage. And so, yeah, and it's an exciting weekend because my girl, one of my favorite girls, is her birthday, Brianna. And this has already happened, I'm sure now, if you're watching this. But it's Brianna's birthday, and she's celebrating at our show, our brunch show that I perform at every first Saturday and Sunday of every month at Urban Crab Boil in the DMV area in Forestville, Maryland. But Brianna and her family and her friends are all coming, and we're going to have an amazing time. And so I want to do something really special for her. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get to work because I got a week to do it. Let's go. All right. I have this skirt, which actually was going to be a mini skirt with cargo pockets. It was a pair of jeans at first. And then I realized, you know what? I might as well just use it to make Beyonce shorts. So let's make Beyonce shorts. This is going to be so easy. I have this short skirt that I'm going to turn into shorts. And I have a pair of my leather shorts that I made before. I'm just going to use the template to cut out the legs here. And I also have tons of blue crystals. So this is going to be a fun week-long project, making this costume. But yeah, so now Beyonce's shorts actually had a zipper in the front and one in the back. I don't think I'm going to need the one in the back, but we shall see what happens because this zipper doesn't come down that long, so it might be hard for me to get into them. So I may have to put one up the back. I don't know. We'll see. But see, this was unnecessary because I started off with jeans. I could have just cut the legs out, but it's okay. Change our mind. We are upcycling a skirt that I already had. And if you're seeing this, it means I pulled it off. Now, this fabric does stretch. This denim stretches, but once I get the stones on, it's not going to stretch but so much. And the stones have to be placed really close together. Sort of like this. Because we want to be true to the actual original costume. So we'll see what happens. I am going to stone it on the mannequin as opposed to just stoning it like this, because I want to make sure that it is stretched enough on the mannequin that will be padded to my actual measurements. So this is Stop Fraying. I do have something called Fray Away, which is a spray. This is actually just, you can trim on the edges here. It's just a glue. I'm going to just run a bead going across right here. Let that dry, and that'll keep this from fraying too much. It was a raw edge on hers, but it wasn't like a overly frayed look. And if I really want it to fray, the trick obviously is to throw this in the washer and dryer. But we're not doing that. And then the other little detail is hers was silver here. I know these kind of details don't really matter to a lot of people. It does to me. So I'm going to paint this silver. Plus it says Old Navy on it. But no one will see that. But I just want it to be silver. Because that will also look better with the blue stones. Because seeing this gold will not be good. All right. One other thing I forgot to mention to you guys, and you probably saw me sewing it up on camera, but there's certain things you have to think of for stage, things you don't want happening. I don't have to get this on super fast, but if I was getting this on super fast, that zipper in the back would be very important. But the other thing is, this had pockets in it. While I cut it and cut the pockets out, I need this to lay flat, so I sewed up the pockets, and you can barely even see it. I put a stitch in between these stitches here. And sew the pockets so that this will lay flat. So there's no trying to pack the pockets in. It just looks completely clean and flat. And that's kind of one of those things you have to think about, like on stage. You don't want to be moving around and like all of a sudden like that white colored pocket comes out. And even though I did cut that pocket, I didn't cut it completely out. I might, but you can't see it. You won't be able to see it once it's on my body. And these are so tight, as I've already tried them on. All right, so the mannequin is padded. Look at all the marks where I've put stones on before and the glue went through. But anyway, see what I mean here? Now you can't get inside. Anyway, so now I'm going to start stoning, and who knows how long this process is going to take. I stone pretty fast, but it might take a while because I can span it out over the course of the week. I have until Friday night. It's not going to take me that long. I could finish this in a day if I wanted to. Less than a day. I've done way more than this on... Remember, I just did that cat suit. So, yeah. Who am I arguing with? Anyway, here we go. Okay, well, there's been lots of progress, as you can see. This was not one day, although it could have been. I just wasn't into it yesterday after making the shorts or after like adjusting the fit. And this is like a few hours. I could say this is collectively probably like 3 hours. I stone really fast. And these stones are not super tiny, but they're not super big. They're like SS20 for people who know anything. But let me tell you what I did. I put a few, as you can see, little white ones in between to give extra bling. And you can't really see them, but they do have impact. As you can see, they're blinging like crazy. So I'm making good progress. I am, rocking and rolling. Actually, you know what? These are not clear white. They are iridescent. I stoned some jeans not too long ago. They are like, I think the color is called Starry Sky. Doesn't matter because they're not that impactful, but they kind of fill in a little bit and also reflect off of each other. And as you can see, I did paint the button silver, so it blends in a little more, or is actually the color that hers is. So we're making progress. It's only Tuesday, so we're actually doing very, very good. So as you guys saw, Beyonce had sparkly pantyhose. And I got these pantyhose, but they're so orange and so like reddy orange. Like the camera's not even doing them justice. They're really red. And so I was like, am I going to have to wear these? If I put them underneath another pair of tights, once they're spread out, it's not as bad. But we don't want just kind of like good enough. We want them to be really good. So I ordered a lighter pair because they didn't come in my skin tone. I ordered a really light pair and I'm dyeing them. And guess what? They dyed. So I'm excited. It actually worked. The camera's making them look a little green, but they actually did dye and they look really good. So yeah, that was my backup pair. And I was like, I'm just going to experiment and I'll just wear these if it doesn't work out. But I think we're good. I think we're actually good. It does look green in this camera, but they don't look this way in person, so that's good. And they're fishnets. They're gonna go over my other tights that I wear on stage, so we're making progress. Okay, so I'm back from the gym. I know it probably looks like I'm wearing a backpack, like, where are you going? But let me just tell you a little, it's not a hack, but it's a little thing that I have to do for me. Might work for you too. It looks like I have on a backpack. I do not. This is actually something that you put on your back, and there's a little metal thing that goes down your spine, just the length of, from to about right here. And it basically pulls your shoulders back, so that while you're doing things like rhinestoning or sewing, or if you're someone that sits at a computer and you have the tendency to hunch like this, it's kind of hard to do that because this, once you pull it tight, is pulling your shoulders back and it keeps you from hunching. So I have had this thing for a long time. I lost it for a while, and I found it behind a drawer that I've kept looking. I was like, I knew it was in this drawer, but apparently it went behind the drawer, got stuck behind there, and I found it, thank God. I got it on Amazon a long time ago, but it's basically just to help you with your posture. And so, I mean, you can wear it all the time if you want to, but if you are someone that works at a desk and you are someone that sews or does crafts or does any kind of thing, because even though I'll remind myself to like make sure my posture that I'm sitting up straight, I will sit here and I will be rhinestoning and I will be doing just anything or behind the sewing machine, and I will just eventually start to hunch more and more, and this just kind of keeps me from doing that. Just kind of like a reminder. But anyway, so I'm back from the gym and I am back to rhinestoning. I've finished the entire front and now I'm on the back, right around the zipper area, well, around the waistband. I had to put a hook and eye in so that it stays closed in the back and stays flush. I got a few deliveries coming that are for the costume. I'll show you guys when I get here. But yeah, I'm making good progress, and everything's working out so far. So when I am preparing for a show, I eat robotically. I tend to eat a lot normally. If I'm preparing for a show, I'm usually trying to drop a little weight, and I can drop weight fast, but I also gain it fast. And so I will go to the gym a lot, as you guys know, or as you saw. And I will eat something that's very like, well, it's usually really bland. It could be like a salad or grains bowl, but like a very small portion. Sometimes I'll do like kale, a small bowl of kale and tuna, and I'll only have like that for the day. So I'm in a calorie deficit, and I'll go to the gym, but I also get the protein. If I start to feel like I'm getting hungry, I'll eat like a scoop of peanut butter or have a banana. I lately have been eating like cabbage, and like I've like been doing like fried cabbage, which has been like, it's had a chokehold on me, and like sausage inside. I saw a recipe for that, and like peppers and onions inside. So far today, all I've had is oatmeal and chia seeds. Like an instant oatmeal and chia seeds inside of it. So yeah, and just tons of water. But I've been working out like crazy. I'm not really hell-bent on starving myself for this and trying to lose a ton of weight. I'm just making sure that I'm not overeating this week. So there's that. And I have a performance next weekend too, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But closer to a show date, I try to just be mindful about not overeating, because I tend to overeat. And I snack a lot. So, and I have a lot of sugar sometimes because I'll eat a lot of candy or sorbet. Yeah. There's a Trader Joe's passion fruit sorbet that has me in a chokehold. I didn't really want to tell you guys about it. I posted it in my stories and I was like, don't go get this. It's so gross. I ate all of it. It's so bad. But yeah, so I'm going to lock in and focus on doing this stoning. All right, so a big part of my job is staying fit. It's just a part of it. And so I'm about to go to the gym now. I'm taking a break from working on all of this. About to go to the gym, and the hair's in the back. And I'll take you with me. because I never really do that with you guys. You guys might see a selfie on social media, but I don't really take you with me. I'm not explaining anything. You'll just see me working out. All right, I'm having a very heavily protein salad. Actually, I forgot something. This salad has tofu that I made earlier. It's like a barbecue tofu. And I've got cucumbers. I've got mixed greens. I've got cabbage, like red cabbage, grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, red onion, and I'm about to put some black beans in here too. So this is full of protein because I just worked out and I need the protein. This has probably over 50 grams of protein. Maybe more than that, actually. And I'm going to sprinkle some chia seeds on top. And I put like 3 different types of dressing on them. We're not even going to talk about that. But it's very little of each, and they're very low calorie. I'm not concerned about that, though. All right, so it was a good workout. It was not super intense. At least not for what I normally do. Back upstairs. You saw me make my salad. Now I'm about to eat it. Then I'm about to get to work on finishing those shorts. I have to finish the shorts because the supplies to make the shirt are coming today. I need to focus on that tomorrow. And I would love to finish the boots. That way tomorrow I can make the shirt and curl the hair and work on my music. There's that. Yeah. Well, it's Thursday, and I am really giving you guys the behind the scenes of getting ready for a show. I am currently washing my pantyhose in the sink. I wash them by hand. These are not the sparkly ones that I'm going to be wearing that I had to dye. These are the other tights that I wear underneath. I wear 2 pairs of tights and a pair of fishnets. One is shimmery, the top layer shimmery, and then the fishnets, so it holds everything in and looks good and smooths everything. They're a flesh tone, but they're getting washed. I replace them probably like every few months. If they get a hole in them, then they're definitely getting replaced because we're not washing that. So there's that. The other thing is I have my stage fan. This is a little hack. In my entryway, I have this is the fan that I use on stage, the wind machine. This is a professional wind machine that, you know, blows my hair, but it actually keeps me cool. It just does double duty, but it's actually blowing my hair right now because the hair is drying. I washed my hair, reparted it, because if you guys noticed, Beyonce's been wearing her real hair parted on the side, and so I am drying. This is a quick dry way to dry the hair and that I wear on stage. This hair is 34 inches long. Hair I've already worn, and you guys know my real hair is the same color. just not 34 inches long. My real hair is only like 24 inches long. But anyway, but I never wear my real hair on stage, so that might be fine for Beyonce sometimes, but I'm not doing that. But even though this is the real texture of my hair, but no way, I don't trust it. So I'm drying this here, and then I will go back and curl it so it's even curlier. But this is a good base, and at least I don't have to blow dry or sit there and wait. This dries the hair in record time. This is not even as fast as this thing goes. And I need to repaint this because they came blue and I painted them for a stage. But yeah. So now we all know Beyonce had the Manolo Blahnik Timberland, not Manolo Blahnik, ha! Sorry, the Jimmy Choo Timberland boots. I already had some sparkly boots that are the same sparkle tears, but they do have snakeskin. But I thought because I can't get the other ones, they were going to take until August to get here, the Timberland style boots. Let me show you what I'm going to do to these boots that I already have, that I've only worn one time. I wore them at the after party of when I made history in the NBA. Watch this. So I found these little rivets here. I ordered these, and I get like 50 of them for like $7. Anyway, these are for boots especially, and I'm gonna let me put these on the boots because I also ordered the Timberland shoestrings, and I pinned them on just to give like a dry fit. Look at that. This still gives the same effect, even though they are snakeskin, but because they'll bling on stage so much, it won't really matter. But it gives the same look. And so now I'm just going to punch the holes in on the side and just attach these. They're very easy to attach, and it will give the illusion that Beyonce's had. So it's coming along. It's going to be... But yeah, I never really wore these boots because they just had nothing on the front, and they just kind of looked boxy or something. But this gives us it a little bit of something there. So yeah. So it'll still give the same look. Everything's coming along. Alright, so the hair has dried in its natural state with a little help from the wind machine. And now I can just go in and curl it to give it the extra curl and make it look more like Beyonce's hair. And just like that, we finally finished the jeans. I don't know why I'm singing. But it's Friday, and I finished the pants, the shorts. And guess what else came? The Yankee shirt. I have to modify it. It's not quite the right color yet. It should be sort of like that. But yeah, it's going to be great. I just have to tailor it, and I have to paint some more on there. It's going to be good. But I'm so excited. I just finished the last stone on the jeans, and they look so good. They look so good. All right. Well, the curls are curling. I've curled the hair. Obviously, this hair was already wavy, but I added actual curls to give definition and to match the actual curls in her hair, even the direction that they're going. Right around here, she had like a little cowlick there. All on one side here. It looks so good. So good. So you guys know that the top started off as white. We are dyeing it. I just put like a few drops of taupe and tan, like very little, like drops, so that you can, because it's still clear, and it gives it this bone color. And it's only got to be in here for like a few seconds. I did like a test strip, and it worked. You can't really tell here, but it did. It did work.